time again. Merry Christmas to all of you and Happy New Year. I сега војден ке направиме zelnik со тиква. Тој ми е што го арествам најпој ке е со тиква. Мајка ми го преше стари крај за мене и за брат ми. Ко си преше за неа со прас и со урда нешто, па ние сакаме со тиква. Тука тиква, pepper squash купи јас и га секу и га свари. И се тука га оставу да му излези водата. Седне ќе завртеме вака и ќе изрипеме за да направиме zelnik. Сега за сега ќе направиме фасо. We're gonna do the yeast. So we'll fill up with lukewarm water and ќе му клајме едно лъжиче шекер, 1 teaspoon sugar and 1 teaspoon yeast. And you stir it like this. So we will be waiting for that to rise. And it takes 3 чеши от брашно, 3 cups of flour. Мери 2 чеши. Ако е на пълна боя, е 2 чеши. Ако е на пълна боя, кетура 2 чеши и още една чеша, 3 чеши, окей? 3 чеши изева и за zelniко и си взел троа ако ми треба. И боя ти си открия. Сега вака ќе направиш, троа от книгата е много сплескано. It's hardened inside the bag, so I always do this to get a little air into it. Сега тука ќе му фајме half a teaspoon of salt. И сега ќе чекаме да стане квасо. Однатре му извадил вие семките and my grandchildren love pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to roast these in the oven when I roast the zelnik. So here we go. Вака е, you take a tablespoon and you just spoon it out. It's quite easy, see? You just spoon it out. So this is for Elena. I'm showing her how to make a zelnik with a pumpkin because she wants to try a pumpkin zelnik. It's something that not everyone makes. I find that my family is unusual with the Vienno and the zelnici, but this is what we like, right? Yeah. So I hope you can enjoy it. So this is the pepper squash. You can also use acorn squash to boil it, and then you put it upside down for the liquid to dry up a bit. So now it's dry, and now I'm going to take the inside out with a spoon like this, see, like that, put it in here, and then this is going to be in the zelnik. So we'll be talking to you later. Okay, сега тука ни е тиквата и јанјо брашното, 3 чеши брашно и половина тиспун сол. И сега ќе му фајме класо, јао, ќе му туриме тука и половина чеша, last time му кладоме, половина чеша вода още и ќе видиме ако ни треба појќе. И вака сега ќе си направиш. You just mix it up with your fingers here and it feels like putty, but it has to get firm because you can't work with putty. This one has to be firm. So the знаете 3 чеши брашно. So you know now 3 cups of flour for 1 zelnik. Okay? Any kind of zelnik. As long as you have the same pan, it's 3 cups. I don't know. I always make it the same, even if my little pan is bigger or smaller, whatever. You get a thicker one, you get a thinner one. It's easier than just keep changing the amounts. So we got it here. I think we might need just a little bit of water again. Here we go. It was a little bit hard, but no harm done because you're still working with it. It's easy to add now because it's at that stage. Yeah, вака ќе си туриш појќе вода ако ти треба појќе вода. If you need more flour, you add more flour. And that's how it is. It's just checking. You check how it is. Сега, во се полигото, меко сте стори, и ќе направиме едно, две од згора и три од дола. So, вака ќе одиш, прстите урлу и ќе завртиш. И ќе завртиш. Окей? Така ќе правиш. И ко што рекоме, треба да си кваиш масленце од згора, да не се ишуше. If they get dry and crusty, you can't pull them. Basically, you have to start all over again. I have never had that experience. Just make sure you put enough oil around it, okay? That's the most important, and the covering. That you cover them nicely so air doesn't get into them, because the yeast works with being warm. So we have to keep them warm. If you покриеме вака, so wax paper, so да не се залепи воа, и ќе си покриеме with this pastry sheet I have, and until they rise and they become smaller. I mean softer. There you go. Okay, so probably 20 minutes. So we'll see you in 20 minutes. Bye. Welcome back. Now we'll continue on with our making of the zelnik. Сега оди пупчината с буна. See, they're bigger. It's time to be working with them. Today I'm not making my zelnik in the usual pan. Voiden kell use them. I'm going to put them in this. I want to make a long one. It's easier to cut to give to people. So I'm going to try this one. I've never done it before, but I'm going to try it and show you how to do it. Now, I'm doing this for Elena, and I hope, Elena, you try this. You'll love the pumpkin. And I did show everyone, this is what you do. I left one piece. If this is inside, see, you just pinch it out. It's only crust. But there's one here, and you just go like that, see, with your spoon. You just spoon it off gently. And if you do get a piece of the back part, you just take it out. Or if you get one of these seeds, see these pumpkin seeds? If you miss it, it's in here, you just pinch it out. Сега ще взема за masher to за картолите. This is the potato masher I have. So I mash it a little more, see? It has to be smooth in consistency. See, вака треба меко да направиш. You mash it up. Like mashed potatoes. Yeah, ко картолите. И ќе земеме две јајца. Воа што ќе врзи. Треба да има зелнико јајца. Eggs. You have to have eggs anytime you make any kind of zelnik, because it works as a binding material. It keeps everything together. See this? I see something here. See? You just take it out. It's just a peel. I mean, you can actually eat it probably. So if anybody finds anything a little green, you know that it's part of the pumpkin. It isn't anything nasty. So we mash up again to make sure. If it feels like it's got little lumps and little bumps, you mash it again, like this. Usually most of the pumpkins are good that I've had. This one seems to be a little hard. I don't know, it must be a little tougher one. Because after boiling them, they're supposed to be quite soft. Yeah, so now we're going to taste it. Let's taste it, because it has to be sweet to be good. You know what? It's very nice, but I usually add a tablespoon of sugar. Okay, because if it doesn't taste good, then you're not going to be happy. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of sugar in it. It is sweet. Sometimes they're not sweet at all, and you might have to put 2 tablespoons of sugar. So we'll put the sugar in. And make sure it's all over. See? Do you see it, how soft it is now? Yeah, so now it's going to be good. There we are. We'll take these 3, because they're supposed to be on the bottom. And we have our oil. So we'll just roll it like this. A little bit. Put a little bit of oil. Put it on top. A little bit of oil again. Troma slence od zgora. Baka ne osuči nogu toski. There we are. Then you just push it in like this, see? It gets to stay more together. So since I'm going to make it this way, it's important to go this way more than it is wide, okay? So we'll just go like this. See, so it's oblong. It's not round like the tapsia because it has to be long to cover that. And now we pick it up and we put it in. Okay, se voje nogu de belo tikva je very dry, so kimuklam trom lekse. Yeah, the pumpkin was a little bit dry, so I'm adding a little milk to it. See? Yeah, that's better. It has to be a little bit more watery for it to cook properly. See? Okay, so Baka ki si narediš po kjošojte, because je važno da ima I po kjošojte pumpkin, okay? Ne sa usreda. And you get every little bit, because every little bit is important. Look at all you can get here with the spatula. See, Baka, da iščistiš misuro. See that? Look at all that extra we would have lost if we threw it out. And then we're just gonna go like this. Now, what you can't see, you can't remove, but if you do see little green things, which is part of the pumpkin, you can pinch them out, get a fork, or just pinch them out. The thing is to try and get it even, so there's the same amount of tikva everywhere, okay? Now we're going to put a little bit of oil, just drizzle it like this, a little bit, just to give it a little richness. Because this is just a vegetable, right? It's just a pumpkin. You put it along the sides on your crust also. It'll help get it together. There we are. And now we're going to pick this up and put it on top. Now we're going to start turning it in. Now we'll just drizzle a little oil again for it to help stay together. And we're just going to pinch it. We'll just turn and pinch, like that, okay? There we are. You take the two pieces together. Make sure that you got them together to keep the pumpkin in. You stretch it out if it's stuck. Now, this is the first time I'm doing it like this. I usually make it round, but I want to try and see if it's easier to cut, to put in as an appetizer, you know, like smaller pieces. There we are. See how nice it looks? Now we get our knife and we have to cut into it, okay? Because otherwise it's going to all rise. You give it a few cuts like this, so when it's cooking it doesn't all balloon up. We'll wait about 10 minutes and then we'll bake it for 425 for about 20 minutes before we look at it, okay? And then we'll see how much more it needs. So, kyo ispečeme na mojta soba 425, a na tvojta maybe 375, kad ti peči. Ako ti peči strong, potro. And za 20 minuti sedite očekirаме što treba da napravime. Okay? See you later. Se sobota se stopli, kyo klajme zelnika unatre za 25 minuti. I ki klajme i semkite unatre, da se peče, ki buleme tietra pojke. Okay. Se u 20 minuti kad zelni sobota i kyo vidime. Alright, so now I've got the zelnik out, and I'm gonna put a little bit of butter like this, just to give it a better shine. See how nice it is? I'm just gonna put it in, and these are the pumpkin seeds. See how nice they are? The children will just love them. I'm just gonna put it in for a minute because the butter is fresh on top and I just want it to be baked. So we'll put it in like that. See how nice and shiny it is? Just for another minute. Nicely baked. Looks pretty good and it smells so nice. I wish you were here. Whoa, look at that. Now I'm gonna try and get it out because this might burn it if it stays. That stays hot for a long time. There we are. There's the zelnik. Now this zelnik is for putting out in for appetizers. If you're cutting it to serve, you would make them larger. You would make 2 here, 2, 4, 6 pieces you'd get out of this. So now I'm just going to make it for appetizers. See? Isn't that good? Yum, yum. Looks very nice. So I'm going to leave these bigger pieces. I'll see how I'm going to cut them. I have a few for appetizers, and we'll do the cutting later on. We're going to taste these little ones now. And so there you are. This is my favorite zelnik with pumpkin, and my brothers and my mom always made one for us. And you know what, it's so healthy for you. Pumpkin is so healthy for you and the kids and everything, and they'll enjoy it. Just call it pumpkin pie. You don't have to tell them it's zelnik. Okay? So, napretisio, bo zelnicze to mnogo dobro, so tikva je. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. All the best from Baba Afternoons. Okay, bye.